All of you, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start. So slide is visible, na? Slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So till last class, we have discussed actually the phenomena that is transposition. Okay, that was basically for the unsymmetrically placed line. So when the distance between the different phases it is different, at that time we have found that the inductance of the individual phases it becomes unbalanced. Due to that, the voltage drop across the different phases it becomes unbalanced, and so that to equalize that particular voltage drop among the different phases, we need to basically we need to change the position of the conductor across various intervals, and thereafter we can find that the inductance will be equal, and so that we can finally get the equal voltage drop at the receiving end. The voltages will be remain same. Now that was the basically we have discussed in the last class. Now we have to calculate what should be the inductance of a unsymmetrically placed line. Okay, so let us say for the unsymmetrically placed line, the current in the different phases we are assuming that is Ia equal to I into 1 plus J0, IV equal to, this is I angle minus 120 degree and IC equal to I angle minus 240 degree. So here you see I angle minus 120 degree means minus 0.5 minus J 0.866, and I angle minus 240 degree means this is I minus 0.5 plus J 0.866. This is clear. This is why this particular representation is coming. Is it clear at this point? Yes or no? I should write here then. So your Ia equal to I angle 0. So this will be I into 1 plus J0. Then your IB equal to I angle minus 120 degree. So this will be cos 120 degrees minus 0.5, and this is sin 120 degree is minus J 0.866. Okay, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then your IC equal to I angle minus 240 degree, or it is, we can write plus also. This is minus 0.5 plus J 0.866. Okay. So now you see, we have already calculated the flux linkage, psi A. Psi A equal to mu naught by 2 pi, 1/4 minus log R into Ia minus IB into log D3 minus IC into log D2. This is clear. This particular portion we have written, this psi A calculation, because this we have covered in last class. Because that infinity term will vanish. Ia plus IB plus IC will be equal to 0. And that's why this particular term is coming. This particular term is clear, this expression?
Yes, sir.
Because last class we have discussed this thing, this expression. Now we will substitute these values of Ia, IB and IC. So Ia equal to, it is 1 means basically 1 means it is I, and then IB we have substituted minus 0.5 minus J 0.866. This is this particular term into log D3. Then IC equal to I into minus 0.5 plus J 0.866 into log D2. Okay. So now we'll separate it out. So 1/4 into I minus I log R. This will be plus 0.5 I log D3. This is plus 0.J866 log D3. This is 0.5 I log D2. And then minus 0.J866 I log D2. Okay. So this will come 1/4 I minus I log R. This will be now what we'll do. We are taking common 0.5 I from this term and this term. So 0.5 I is taken common. So this is log D3 plus this will come log D2. Then here you see this is J 0.66 I. This we have taken common. So this is D3 minus D2. So log of D3 minus log of D2. So here you see this is 1/4 I minus I log R. And this term, this is I log D2, D3 will come. Now when 0.5 is taken inside, so this is log of square root of D2, D3. Then plus J 0.866 I. This is D3 minus D2. So this will be D3 by D2. Now next step, it is 1/4 I. And here you see this is plus I and this is minus. So we are taking I common, I log the square root of D2, D3 by R, because this minus this plus J 0.86 is I log of D3 by D2. So finally we are taking I common. So this is mu naught I by 2 pi 1/4 log of square root of D2, D3 by R plus J 0.866 log of D3 by D2. Up to this particular, whatever steps are there, is there any doubt? So please tell me. If you have any doubt, please tell me.
No, sir.
No doubt.
Okay. So then you see the inductance can be calculated, that is psi A by IA. So psi A by IA equal to here I. Okay. IA equal to I. Because for the phase A, this is I into 1 plus J0. So that means this is I. So what we'll get, this is I will cancel. This is mu naught by 2 pi 1/4 log of square root of D2, D3 R plus J 0.J866 log of D3 by D2. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll substitute this mu naught equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. So 4 pi into 10 to the power substituted. So remaining terms will same. So this 2 pi and 4 pi will cancel. This will be 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. Now this 2 we are inside. So when we are taking this thing inside, so what will happen? This 1/4 becomes half. This will be 2 log square root of D2, D3 by R. And this will be multiplied by 2. So plus J 1.732 log of D3 by D2. This is clear? This point up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now next is the inductance of the other phases, that is LB and LC. Now you see we have calculated the inductance of phase A. So phase A, when we have calculated the terms which are coming, that is D2, D3, and this is D3 by D2. But for inductance B, the similar calculation if you do, then it will be, here it will be D3, D1. So you have to remember this sequence. This is D2, it will start with D2. So D2, D3 by R. So here it will be after D3, D3 will come here. So then D3, D1. So here you see it is D3 by D2, D3 by D2. So that obviously next term will be, it will be D1 by D3. Next LC will be same. Here we have taken D3, D2, the D3, D1, it will be D1, D2. So you see this D1 is coming. Next term is D2. Now here in the division, D1, D3 is over. Next turn is for D2. So this is D2 by D1. Okay. So this way you have to remember that what will be the inductance of the different phases. Now the average inductance of the whatever we have got, so that will be 1/3 of LA plus LB plus LC. So if you sum up these three, what will happen, you see, this particular term will be 3 by 2. This will be 3 by 2 and 10 to the power minus 7 will be common. Now here you see this term what I will do, I will basically, let us take this one. Here you see this is d3 by d2. Okay. Now I will tell one thing. This will be, okay. 1, 3. Okay, just a minute. I will go to the board. Then it will be easy for you to understand.
Sir, inductance of conductor B minus J 1.732 log E D3 by D1 होगा ना sir?
नहीं, D1 by D3 होगा. D1 by D3 होगा. This is the sequence. This is the sequence. Okay, I will just write it down once again so that you will understand clearly. Okay, I will go to that. Now I'll go to the board. That will be easy for you to understand because this thing. Okay. So LA is what? What is the term LA? What is LA? 10 to the power?
10 to the power minus 7.
10 to the power minus 7.
1 by 2.
This will be?
1 by 2.
2 log square root of. Now this term will not write fast. This you have to remember. A 1.732. Then this will be log base E. Here you have to remember, we'll start with D3 by D2. Okay, D3 by D2. This is the first thing you have to. So we'll start with 3, then it is 2. So obviously here, what we'll write, whatever term it will be in this particular term, we'll write here square root of D3 D2 by R. Now LB equal to 10 to the power minus 7. This will be half plus 2 log. We'll not write here anything. Here we will write J 1.732 log of. So this is 32 is over. Okay. So now the term will come for 1. Okay. Now the term will come for 1. Okay. So when 1 is coming, here this term will be your 1 and 3. So this will be D1 by D3. This will be your D1, D3 by R. Next, LC will be equal to 10 to the power minus 7 half. This will be 2 log. The square root term will keep as it is plus J 1.732 log. This term will be your 1, 3 is over. So now 2 will come. So this will be 2 and 1. So this will be D2 by D1. And this term will be D1, D2. Okay. So now L equal to 1/3 of LA plus LB plus LC. So what will happen? This 1/3 will come. This will be 10 to the power of minus 7. Here this will be, this half term will be 3 by 2. Okay. Yes or no? This will be 3 by 2.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So here what will happen, you see, this will be 2 log. Then we have a square root of this. Okay. What will happen? This will be multiplied. All things will be multiplied. So this will be d1 square, d2 square, and d3 square by r cube plus j into 1.732. This will be log this d3 by d2, then d1 by d3, then d2 by d1. Now you see this all will cancel. This all will cancel. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this term will be equal to, this is log of 1. So that means this term will be 0. Okay. Now you see, okay. So here we'll write, let us say this is L equal to, okay, just a minute. So L equal to, this will be 1/3 into 10 to the power minus 7. This is 3 by 2 log. What will happen? This 2 log. Now this is square. So this will be basically, the square is, if it is vanished, then what will happen? This will be d1, d2, d3 divided by r cube. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So finally you see, this 1/3 we are taking inside. This 1/3 will take inside. Just a minute, because I have to erase this some portion. Otherwise I cannot write. Okay. So this will be equal to, see this 1/3 we are taking inside. So this will be 10 to the power minus 7. Now 1/3 when it is taken, so this will be half, and this will be basically 2 by 3. This will be 2 by 3 log of d1, d2, d3 by r cube. Now again, here you see, this will be 10 to the power minus 7. This is half. Now we are, this 1/3 we are taking inside. So this will be log of cube root of, this is cube root of d1, d2, d3 divided by r. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the final expression for the inductance of a three-phase line. Okay. So now we'll go back to the slide. Okay. So this is your 0.5, that is half plus 2 log cube root of d1, d2, d3 by r into 10 to the power minus 7 Henry per meter. Now this cube root of d1, d2, d3, this is known as the equivalent equilateral spacing for unsymmetrically transposed line. Now this derivation is clear. Any doubt? Any doubt on this particular derivation? Anywhere?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So may I proceed to next slide? Okay. Okay. So now we'll start with the concept of self-GMD and mutual GMD. Now self-GMD means it is geometric mean distance. Okay. We'll see that what is geometrical mean distance. The use of self-geometrical mean distance, this is abbreviated as self-GMD, and mutual GMD, that is mutual geometrical mean distance, simplifies the inductance calculation, particularly relating to the multi-conductor arrangements. Normally we used to symbolize this particular self GMD by DS and mutual GMD by DM. So the notation for the self GMD is DS and the mutual GMD it is DM. Now we have seen in the derivation of your single phase, the inductance of a single phase line. Can you remember that thing where we have actually taken R dash equal to 0.7788 R? Can you remember that thing? We did that particular thing. So actually I want to mean this particular term. We did something R dash equal to 0.7788 R. And finally, we have substituted log of D by R dash. Can you remember that term, this? Or you forgot, I think. Okay. So the term, this 0.7788 R, this term is basically known as the self GMD or self GMR of a particular conductor. Okay. Now, what is mutual GMD? Now, the mutual GMD is, it is the geometrical mean of the distances from one conductor to the other, and therefore must be between the largest and smallest such distance. In mutual GMD, simply represents the equivalent geometrical spacing. Okay, that is basically, now we will understand in detail that what is this mutual GMD. Now, the mutual GMD, let us say there are two conductors. Simply, there are two conductors. There are two conductors and their mutual distance, they are separated at a distance, let us say D. This is conductor A and this is your conductor B. Now we want to calculate what is their mutual GMD. Now it is the mean of geometrical distances. Sir, to class achi. Yes, sir. To class achi, sir. So this mutual GMD means there are two conductors are there and their mutual distances are from conductor A to B, it is DAB equal to how much? What is the mutual distance? What is the mutual distance?
D. Small d.
And for what is DBA? That is also D. So when we have to calculate the mutual GMD between the two conductors, so we have to take the nth root of that, nth root of those distances. So how many distances are there for the two conductor system?
One.
How many distances? How many distances we have? From A to B it is D and between B to A it is D. There are two distances. Okay. Right. Two distances here. Now n is what? N is here. In this case it is 2. So that is basically D square. So that means their DM is 2. Is it clear? This is,
yes, sir.
It is for two conductor system. This is for two conductor system. Now for three conductor system, let us say their mutual distances are something like this. This is your, let us say D1, for example. This distance is, let us say D2, and this distance is, let us say it is D3. Now in this case, what will be your DM value? Can anyone tell what should be the DM?
Root under D1, D2, D3.
Huh? Root.
Cube root, sir.
Yes, sir, cube root.
Because n equal to 3, we have 3 distances.
Yes,
It is n. There are 3 distances, D1, D2, D3. So as we have a 3 distance, that means this should be cube root of D1, D2, D3. So you have to remember this is basically nth root. So this means n is here. So number of distances. How many number of distances you have? So that you have to write as n. Now is it clear what is this mutual GMD?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us say for this particular configuration, there are 6 conductors. Okay. There are 6 conductors A, B, C, and this is A dash, B dash, C dash. We have to understand that how to calculate the self GMD and the mutual GMD of this particular type of configuration. Okay. Now, to calculate the self GMD of this particular configuration, now first of all, we'll draw this thing and then we'll understand that how it is happening. I think I should go to the board. Okay, I should go to the board and then we'll discuss this thing. Otherwise, it will not be clear. So let me go to the board first, and then we'll discuss. Okay, so this is 6 conductor system. This is, let us say, these are the 6 conductors. This is another conductor, and this is another. This is, let us say, your A, B, and C. This one is C. And here in the other side, it is A dashed and B dashed and C dashed. So they are mutual distances. It can be calculated like. So now, first of all, we need to calculate what is the self GMD of this particular configuration. Now, self GMD means we have to remember one point for self GMD. So self GMD will be calculated within same phases. This will be within same phases. And mutual GMD will be calculated between different phases. This is very, very important. Okay. So self GMD will be within same phase. So now let us say self GMD for the conductor combination of A and A dashed. What will be the self GMD? So that is DS1 will symbolize by the DS1. Now we'll put the root of this. How many roots which will come later on? We'll put that particular. Now here you have to understand this thing. For self GMD, first we'll take DAA is own into DAA dashed, means the distance between this to this. Then next is your DA dashed A plus DA dashed A dashed. How many distances are there? 4 distances. So we'll put 4th root of that. Next, DS2, this is between B and B dashed, same phase, because it is between B phase and B dashed phase. See, ABC is one set of conductor, 3-phase conductor, and A dash, B dash, C dash, it is another set of conductor. So, but ABC, these are the phases, and A dash, B dash, C dash is.
सर लास्ट में प्लस होगा या इनटू होगा? DA dash A into या?
This is into better. This is into. Okay. All are product. There is no plus. There is no plus. Okay. Now here you see this will be again. We'll take similar way. This is DBB, then DBB dashed into DB dashed B into DB dashed B dashed, and we'll take the 4th root of that. Similarly here, CC dashed, this will be DS3. This is your DCC into CC dashed into DC dash C into DC dash C dashed. So this is your, now you have to understand one thing. Wherever you have this particular term, that is the self part. DAA means what? It is the self part. AA, DBB, DCC, then A dashed, then D, B dash, B dash, then D, C dash, C dash. These are all equal to 0.7788 R. But when we are talking on this particular part between A and A dash, that means that is their mutual distance. A dash and A, that is their mutual distance. B and B dash. B and B dash means this distance from here to here, this particular point. Okay, between B dash and B, this is the reverse distance. Now, let us say between C and C dash. So C and C dash, this will be this particular distance. Okay, like that. So now the equivalent part, that is the DS, equivalent self-GMD of this. So this will be, there are 3 self-GMDs. So we'll write cube root of 3. If there are 4, then we'll write 4. So this will be DS1 into DS2 into DS3. Is it clear? Calculation of the self-GMD part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next part is your mutual GMD. How to calculate the mutual GMD? That is very, very important. Okay. Now, the mutual GMD, when we'll talk on the mutual GMD part, that time you have to remember that it will be between different phases. It will not be in the same phases. So first, I should erase this thing. I should erase and then. So you see here, again, we'll draw this thing. I should prefer this one now. Let us say it will be a very good one. Okay, now let us say this one, then this one. Okay, so here we'll write A, this is B, this is B, this is C. Now this one is A dashed, this one is B dashed, and this one is C dashed. Now for taking the mutual GMD, you have to remember one point very carefully. So mutual GMD, that will be between different phases. It will not be within same phases. It will be between different phases. So now when we'll calculate for the mutual GMD, let us talk on this particular between A and B phases. Mutual GMD between A and B. So this will be DAB. We'll write the distances later on. How many distances? We'll see, then we'll basically put that rule. So this will be DAB, then into DAB dash. So you have to keep this A constant. A constant will vary B. Now we'll keep B constant, then we'll vary A. DB and then B A dash. So here B is fixed. How many roots are there? There are 4 roots. So that means this is 4th root. Now let us say we'll calculate between B and C. This will be DBC, then 4th root of, this is, we'll write same fashion, DBC, then DBC dash, then DCB into DCB dash. Then between C and A, this will be DCA equal to 4th root of, this is the DCA into DCA dash into, this will be DAC, then DAC dash, and here also 4th root. So the mutual GMD, when we have to calculate this, there are how many distances are there? How many distances? How many mutual we have calculated?
3, sir.
3, sir.
So this will be cube root of 3. That is, this will be DAB, then DBC, and this will be DCA. So then you will get whatever value, that will be the combination of that. Okay. Now is it clear? Any doubt on this?
Sir, इसका significance क्या है?
Yes, this the significance. See, there are many distances. Okay, when we are actually talking on the let us say we have to calculate the inductance of any line. So for a single phase line, it is very easy because it is basically we are getting the term that is log of D by R. Yes or no? That you know that it is 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 log of d by r. Okay, that is the basic definition of the inductance. Now this d term, okay, this d term, it is very easy for a single phase line. Okay, log of d by r. R is this d term. It is for a single phase line, we can substitute d. But when we have a multi-conductor system, what will be this value of d? The formula for the inductance remains same. Formula for the inductance, it remains same. So in the upper part, this becomes dm, and the lower one, this becomes your cell. So actually the inductance of any line in general, it is log of dm by ds. Dm is your mutual GMD, and this denominator, this is your self GMD. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So we are actually, you have seen that you have calculated the inductance of a single phase line. There you have already substituted, this is d by r dash. If you can remember that r dash was 0.7788. Okay, so that was basically your self GMD part. And mutual GMD is, this is d. For a two conductor system, that is square root of d into d. That is basically d. D is coming. So that is your mutual GMD. So mutual GMD, it will come in your numerator, and self GMD, it will come in the denominator. So we'll see this. So the derivation part. Now is it clear? This is written here, whatever we have discussed just now. Self GMD between combination A dash, BB dash, CC dash. So the equivalent self GMD will be cube root of that particular thing between the mutual GMD. Mutual GMD is basically between AB, then BC, then CA, and then finally the whole combination. Okay, fine. Any doubt?
Yes.
Huh? Any doubt from this discussion?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we'll discuss some of the part, that is types of conductors. Now we know the term, that is ACSR conductor. It is very, very important term. You have to remember ACSR conductor, it is used in the transmission line. Now, what is the full form of this ACSR conductor? It is aluminum conductor steel reinforced. Okay, this particular conductor, it is, the name is aluminum conductor steel reinforced. That means basically it is an aluminum conductor, but steel is reinforced within this particular conductor. How it looks like, this ACSR conductor? You see, normally we have a 24x7 ACSR conductor. So sometimes the questions are coming, what do you mean by 24x7 ACSR conductor? So we have to understand there are 24 strands surrounding these steel strands. So normally the steel strands will be at the center. So you see 1, and surrounding we have 6. Okay, surrounding we have 6. So total it is 7. So there are 7 steel strands and there are 24 aluminum strands. Together, it consists of basically the cross-sectional view of a ACSR conductor. Okay. Now, these ACSR conductors have some few advantages. What are the advantages? It is cheaper than the copper conductors. Normally, the aluminum conductor, it is cheaper than the copper. Corona losses, this is very, very important. We'll come to later on. Now you see this corona in whatever is going on, and electrical engineering corona, it is something different. Okay. But we'll study definitely. There is in the high voltage line, there is some power losses which is occurring, and we can observe some violet and hissing sound across the high voltage line, and due to that there is some losses occurs, and that particular losses is corona loss. We'll discuss in detail. We have a chapter for that. And it has superior mechanical strength. Obviously, when you have a steel conductor which is reinforced within the aluminum conductor, so the strength of the conductor, mechanical strength of the conductor gets increased. Okay. So in details, it is given here, a brief writing it is given. So you can read it and you can basically get the particular idea. I don't need to discuss this particular thing. Okay. So anything? So if there is no question, then we'll stop here. Any doubt from your side? Anything? Okay. I hope there is no doubt. Okay. So thank you. I'll stop. I'll share this. Okay. So we'll continue this class in the next, I think, on Thursday. Thursday we'll continue. Thank you to all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.